Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bilco number RPSWJ400. This is a replacement 400-pound lifting mechanism for a roof, for a floor door, really, is where we'll see this. This is an unusual shock in terms of people to purchase this because generally when I see something like this, they're used in conjunction with maybe 6 of them on a massive steel sidewalk door. And as a matter of fact, there are a couple of images below this video that are customer supplied photos showing an application of where this shock is used. Now, this has a 400-pound capacity on it. The spring, the tube diameter is all set up for that sort of application. Because this is under tension, I can't tell you what the natural length would be, but I can tell you you've got a cotter pin that's here. It's secured on with this band bent over here at the end. It's under tension. When you get this fully installed, that's when you would, when you have it controlled, cut this band and remove the pin to release that tension. So I can give you the dimensional properties of the item. And let's start with just an overall length. Kind of eyeballing it there on the camera a bit, admittedly. It's going to be about 13 7/8 overall length from the top here down to the bottom. I'm going to put that on my desk and take a little bit more accurate dimension. Okay, more accurately, oh yeah, it's 13 7/8. That's a good dimension. Let's eyeball, it's not eyeball, let's tell you exactly what it is. The purpose of the dimensions is that it will allow you to eliminate the guesswork. You know, is this the item that you need? Diameter of the upper tube. .585. 2.585. Okay. Diameter of the lower tube. 2.144. 2.144. 2.144. Now, the center line. Let's do an eyeball dimension of the center line of the mounting locations, and I would say about 12 3/4 from the center line here, down to the center line here, about 12 3/4. With this, you're going to get the mounting hardware. And before I go on to that, I suppose, I can't tell you all the models that this is used on, and it's not accurate to say that Bilco is cagey about the information, but because their business is a manufacturer of both custom and standard and custom floor doors, roof hatches, a variety of other associated items, there is no master list of what parts go with what specifically and all the time. So much so, or perhaps there is a master list, but for the purposes of this video, there is not one. Generally, what Bilco needs to know is to help identify. This client happened to be able to give me the size of the lid, and actually the serial number off of the sidewall. They were able to accurately determine back, based on that information, what precisely it was. Because you're probably in the process of looking for a shock, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can review a document that's called J-H20 Replacement Part Worksheet. And because we're probably dealing with this shock, a sidewalk door, they want to know how old it is, what it's made of, the size, single door or double door, how many hinges are on it, and other information. They're basically saying measure all that stuff so that they can work to basically eliminate the possibility of what it is or what it is not, allowing you to get your hands on the proper shock. So that's where the dimensions come in. Your upper is going to include the 2 brackets. They are handed, one left hand and one right hand of each. They're going to obviously get mounted you know, in this sort of arrangement. Okay, whatever the, well, it's actually going to look more like this. I do apologize. It's going to look a lot more like that. So obviously you'll have one on either side. Then you'll have the sidewalk boot, and you can get the concept of how that is going to work. Okay. Give you some dimensions of this as well. Width of the boot, about 2 5/8. The height on the backside, about 1 7/8. Center to center on those screw holes. Let's just try to judge that here on the camera. I'll just tell you what it is. About 1 inch. 1 inch center to center. Projection, total projection, about 2 1/8. Then to the center line of the pin, you can see about 1 9/16 or 1 1/2. The mounting brackets, overall height, about 3 inch. Overall projection, about 3 9/16. Width on the back plate, about 1 1/2, 1 7/16. Center to center on those holes. Let's just judge that. Two inch center to center. Then and finally, you're going to get the bolts. You're going to get the you are going to get the 2 bolts for holding this onto the sidewall. Then you're going to get the 1 bolt for locking all of this together. Okay. The bolts for attaching this material to the sidewall are not included with this, although they can be purchased separately. If you're doing a replacement, you'll probably reuse the existing anyway. And that pretty much concludes everything I'm able to tell you about this shock, because I don't know everywhere that it's used. There is a link below this video to instructions, which are handy. It will allow you to see where all of this material is commonly seen and reviewed. And then again, finally, there's that link to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all the Bilco products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog and some additional encyclopedic support documents. That page is the repository where we would put such documents from any specific manufacturer. This item weighs, to give you an idea of its weight, you could also weigh the original one that you have, would put this at, with its hardware, at 5.38 pounds. Any questions on the Bilco RPSWJ400 replacement 400-pound lifting mechanism or any other Bilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.